Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to the League Report. I am your host with the most. Luke, I'm the host with the. Oh my god. That's a lot better. Maybe if I just stay like this, or maybe. This is the League Report. This is the League Report. You know what? I'm just gonna have to go like this. Just gonna have to go with it, roll with it, you know? Now, there have been plenty of re-signings and lots of stories that have happened over the last few days. I'm going to start with the re-signings, and I'm going to do a roll for the re-signings. So, just bear with me here for a second. Joseph Manu from the Roosters. Yes, here. Okay, yes, signed to the end of 2018. Here. Slade Griffin, Melbourne Storm. Yes, I'm here. Yes, he's signed to the end of 2017. Peachey, surely he's got to be here somewhere. Big name, Peachey. Yep. Yes, he's here. End of 2019. Heimel Hunt from the Rabbitohs. Been injured. Present. Is he still here? Okay, yeah, he's still here. End of 2018. Marty Taupau, the big bastard Marty Taupau. Yo. Okay, he's here. End of 2020. And finally, Tony Williams. Yes. He's not here. He hasn't re-signed, thank God. Speaking of Tony Williams, this is our first big story of the episode, and it's Tony Williams to the Cronulla Sharks on a 1-year deal. Apparently the Sharks are actually really close to announcing this deal. T-Rex has been one of the biggest flops in the history of the NRL since signing with the Bulldogs. And as you can tell, I'm pretty thrilled with him leaving. Cronulla, I just hope you know what you're getting yourself into. Earlier, I did mention that Slade Griffin had re-signed with the Melbourne Storm, but he's not the only signing that the Storm have made over the last few days. The Storm have actually signed 3 players. Jerome Hughes, who played for the Cowboys this year, Riley Jacks, who had been playing in the Queensland Cup, and Brandon Smith, who was the Under-20s Hooker of the Year and is also coming from the Cowboys. Is Brandon Smith the guy to take over from Cameron Smith? Only time will tell. Now, this story is straight from the horse's mouth here, mostly quotes. Andrew Fifita is looking at his options in other codes. Fifita went on a news program hosted by Alan Jones, and he said that he is looking at negotiating in other codes. These are direct quotes from what he said. When it comes to mine, I feel I'm on my last chance at the NRL. They all know that, I know that. I'm thinking the worst at the moment. I've got one more mess up and I'm out. My contract's ripped up. So I've already approached my management team. I've already had talks with the CEO, who is Lyle Gorman, about negotiating elsewhere in different codes because of all this stuff that's going on. I don't know if my contract's going to be ripped up tomorrow. I don't know if my contract's going to be ripped up in 6 months. To be honest, I felt a little bit bad for Fifita, but then I remembered that he threatened a junior referee, so that all that, feeling bad for him kind of got thrown out the window. The Knights have made a big signing in the Cowboys premiership winning player. He's the hooker, Rory Kostjasyn. Yeah, he's the bench hooker. Kostjasyn has signed with the Knights on a 2-year deal. Premiership winner with the Cowboys, Kostjasyn leads the Cowboys after playing 93 games for the club. He also played 32 games for the Storm, so he has lots of experience, and that is exactly why the Knights need him in my opinion. It'll be interesting to see where he actually ends up playing because he can cover so many positions. Now, this next story is actually something that I thought happened like a month ago, and that is the signing of Josh Hoffman leaving the Titans, moving to the Parramatta Eels. Hoffman has signed a 3-year deal and should be a valuable asset to the Eels backline with Michael Gordon leaving. I'd say it's a battle between Hoffman, Bevan French and Clinton Gutherson on who's going to be the fullback next season. Anyway, guys, that is the end of the 3rd edition of the League Report with Luke. Hopefully you did enjoy it. If you did, make sure you go ahead and leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. You can follow me on Twitter at MrLukeAlmighty. My Instagram is also the same as that, not that I use it. My Facebook page is in the description below. Feel free to leave comments as well, talking about any of these stories. Just give your thoughts on them, or feel free to actually leave stories yourself that I can talk about for the next one. Although, don't go back like a month or so. Just something that's happened in the last few days that I haven't talked about. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.